Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the ATM, the African True Morris Media. Come on in, guys. Before we even get started, it's not going to be a long segment. Hit the like button and go ahead on and subscribe. Touch the bell so you can get notification if you have not subscribed to my channel. Come on, guys, family, help me reach this 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. Okay, today we're going to talk about Roland Martin. He's on the show. It's on Roland Martin Unfiltered, and him in the panel of like, what's her name? Tasha Roland. I mean, what's her name? That Cross Eye. They on a panel and they speaking on our behalf. We're tired of these immigrants speaking on our behalf, trying to encourage us to get us to go to Africa or Ghana. But I'm gonna let you listen to a video with him in the panel. Then we'll talk about also the YouTubers and their dramas. There's a lot of YouTubers are out here bickering back and forward. You would think that these people actually know each other in real life. Everybody in our community trying to tear each other down, but we talk about unity. How can we unify or come together with all the bickering and fighting? They're going to the extent just to be able to get views, likes, subscribers, just to be able to make your money. You have to tear another black brother or sister down. It's uncalled for, unnecessary. So let me let this video play with him and Cross Eye. They said the Washington Post had posted something saying a lot. They're tired of racial hostility in America. And this is the part where Roland is in his panel is talking about. Let's see. Let's go. Starting your own business with Taylor Brand. Hold on. Taylor does everything that you all know have a very unique relationship with America. Stolen from our home countries, our ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears watered this very soil. We built this country for free, and in return have been denied basic human rights. Still, against all odds, we found a way to live, love, and thrive. Yet, we can't jog through our neighborhood in broad daylight. We can't pray in our church homes. We can't shop for groceries. And this list goes on and on and on and on and on. So as these historic or horrific tragedies become more frequent, many of us are asking, where is our Wakanda, a place where we are welcomed and loved? Is it time to toss the deuces to the good old US of A and find our roots? So we're going to talk about that thing just now. Joining me now, Washington Post columnist Karen Atia. She focuses on international affairs, culture, and human rights issues. Roland Martin is back with me, host of the hashtag Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show, and Tiffany Drayton, journalist and expat. She's also the author of Black American Refugee, Escaping the Narcissism of the American Dream. Ooh, yes, we got a lot
Tiffany,
to get to. So Karen,
Cross Eye.
start with you. Your op-ed actually sparked this that you wrote in the Washington Post, which I thought was so great. So listen, I hear all of you. I think all of you make a really good point. But my question is, why should we flee instead of staying and continuing on in this centuries-long battle? Because when I think about what my ancestors went through, no matter how they try to make me feel, this is my home. And my instinct is to stand and fight. And if we must die, die fighting for our home that our ancestors built. Your thoughts on that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good point, and again, I want to state very clearly, I am coming at this also as someone whose parents are from West Africa, are from Ghana, and so sort of standing in that positionality there. Honestly, Tiffany, I think what is interesting and important to note is that we're living in a time where people have a choice, and I think it's a very individual and a very personal choice. I grew up in Texas as well. I feel that torn feeling about everything that's going on, everything that's happening in America. But I cannot lie to you, and as I'm speaking to you from Ghana, that there is a sense of peace. Mm-hmm. There's a sense of feeling like you can literally sort of breathe. There is nothing to undermine the psychic kind of relief when you see people on TV here who look like you.
Okay, I stopped it for a minute. I understand what's going on in America with the hostility towards the Black Americans, the ADOS, the FBAs, and what we're feeling, what we're going through. We're tired of fighting constantly. And look what we're dealing with right now. Emmett Till, their family or their family trying to get justice for him being brutally murdered, killed the way he was killed. So it's an ongoing battle with these white supremacists that we have to deal with. Not that he's constantly just encouraging it, but you can tell they are encouraging some of us to go back to Ghana or go to Africa, the motherland. But what they're not understanding is we have a lot of deep rooted seeds, and our ancestors don't want us to run. I understand the peace, the equality that we deserve and we're asking for. We're not really going to ask, we're going to take. And what we need to do as a community in one race, be one first, is try to build our economy, because we know one thing: we are the number one source of their income to keeping them thriving. Look at China, they thrive through the hairs and nails. We have to find a way to bring this back into our own sources and not be able to continue to give it to them, and for them to come back and slap us in our face and treat us in an unhumane state and situation that they put us in, that we're gonna get killed. Like she's saying, we cannot jog anymore. Ahmaud Arbery, we can't even sit in our home with our little children, a Tonti out in Texas, and get killed in your own home being at peace. Bottom John, what happened to him? Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, little Tamir Rice. We cannot walk up the street till we get one of these lying devils and sheep clothing to call and lie upon us, to get us in the situation, and they all work they wash one hand washes the other in white supremacists, and we have to find common grounds to take them down. We might not take every last one of them down, but we can find some solution, resolution, that we can build our own community, like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let me let you finish listening to that. But then on the other hand, we can speak a little bit about this drama that's going on with YouTubers. Some of them say they're not YouTubers, they creators, they content creators. But let's listen to them.
I'm on the news and the media.
I'm gonna move it up a little bit.
And when you see, yeah, it's really, really.
I'm gonna move it up after this break and listen to Roland Martin.
Really, really demanding task in that I have two kids, so I have to always think about my kids at the forefront. And I've even learned at this point, moving your kids out of the country, if they have a parent that's in the United States of America, requires a court process. It requires all types of documentation. So there's so much to think about. And primarily, I would say everyone must think about their emotional and psychological well-being. And if you can go to a place where you feel freer, where you feel more embraced, where you feel as if you have better rights, better access to things like healthcare. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, where healthcare is actually just a universal right. So you can show up to the hospital and to the doctor and get healthcare. So these are things that you have to think about before you make big moves, right? And everyone has their own point of research and getting
everyone on the panel, they have a great point of view, and making choices before you decide to move to Ghana or anywhere out there in the motherland. But they have to realize we have to have the right resource, the right people, because why aren't they preaching to their these immigrants that's out here dying to come to the US and see what we're going through? That they're untouchable, because I deal with this on a daily basis in hospitality out here in Louisiana with these immigrants and their attitude, their bigness against us. They think they're better than us, but I'm not gonna trash every last one of them. But one thing I want to say is we have to be mindful of just jumping ship and saying going to another country. It's just like if you have a babysitter that's babysitting your baby, and you begin to have build this relationship with them, and you trust them, you can rely on them. This is the type of stuff we need to think about if we do leave and go to Africa or Ghana or any place out there. We have to make sure that we can go out there and visit, vacation, and find our roots. But when you done started a fight here, you need to finish your fight. Everybody not gonna want to leave because we don't know what's on the other side. But I understand them. They're encouraging us to take precautions, to learn different things. Can you call for help? Can you get the right adequate equipment and healthcare for your kids, the school, and can you trust some of those that's down there also? So these are a lot of options.
To where they're going to get that information
I don't
from.
encourage, but
And
that's your thing. Teachers
ultimately,
on.
like, we have to.
Let me move it up because I want to hear what Roland has to say.
On my other three grandparent side, and it is a completely different feeling. Every time I've been there, been to the continent 3 times, and every time I take a photo, my feet actually touch the soil as soon as I get off the plane. And it is a totally different feeling. It is one of ease. And I think how you set it up, I think we actually need to set it up differently. And that is this here. White folks move all around the world. There are people who are moving to Costa Rica. There are people who move to France. There are people who are moving to Italy. And so I think what has to happen is we have to expand the perspective of African Americans, say, you don't actually have to stay here. And so it is a different feel in terms of when I was traveling there. And I think also what we have to confront is that for many of us as African Americans, we have been the victims of white supremacy in terms of how American media has positioned the continent of Africa in our minds. Oh my God. People were like, okay, what about plumbing? What about electricity? I was like, y'all, seriously? And so we have to understand that I was in Liberia in February. This is the 200th anniversary of the first free folks traveled to Liberia to create that particular country. That country was far more advanced prior to the Civil War in 1980. They're trying to rebuild it. But it is the opportunity for us to also expand economic opportunities. We will have to also look at your money. John Brian and I will talk about this here. Study how much money you have and how much further it may go in other countries based upon the value of their money. And so there are opportunities there, which is why I did that 9-part docuseries. It's on the Black Star Network, so we can show people this is the reality, and as opposed to your perception of what Ghana or Senegal or Nigeria or Kenya is.
Right. Well, this is a conversation. I have more questions about this, so don't go anywhere because we're going to.
Okay, that is a perspective that they have gave, and I encourage people to do their homework, find out what the motherland is about and why are these people, these immigrants, moving out here so heavily on this big old bandwagon of coming to America if they heard about how America treat us here. So what make them think that America gonna treat them better? What make them think that they can have this better life? And you see what's going on. We always been kept without. They never gave us anything. We had to work hard. And a lot of these white supremacists, the first thing they would say, get off it, whatever. They'll come with these certain things and have a feedback. That'll make us a little angry because we kind of emotional creatures. And tell us you've been here long enough to get off of your ass and do better. You shouldn't be whining, shouldn't be waiting on white supremacists to help you. Why are you waiting on them? Why are you complaining? You're living on their food, whatever it is. But anything that they have set forward, white people have taken over it, have enjoyed it more than what we have. We have no laws written out for us to protect us. You see what's going on now. They're fighting hard. They're protecting Emmett Till's accused, alleged accomplice, and they're protecting our heavenly. But we do have people that's on the ground. We have people that have the feet on the ground as we speak. And we have our brother Tariq Nasheed. He's gathering together a rally for us to come together, and if the immigrants want to be, come together on board, because we all come from the motherland. We just was separated and scattered abroad. So that's the thing. But when they come out and defend white supremacists and try to treat us better, less than, where you're in the same boat. Just because you got a little more education than we did, they deprive us of education and doing a lot of these things. So don't throw this in our face. You have no rights to tell us that you're better than us and you have the same tone of skin that we have. Now, shift from that And let's talk about what's going on in these YouTube streets. I watch and I'm subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube. My channel might not be as big as theirs, but I mean, if I would focus and be more consistent, I can build because I know how to put forward my content. I know how to grab the audience that I want. And as my channel grow, go ahead on, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. But as my channel continue to grow, I'm gonna only pick like 6 moderators, and it's gonna be at least 4 men and 2 women. And I know what I'm gonna be seeking. So anyway, let's talk about these YouTube streets, all this bickering and all this drama going on, people trying to air out someone else's business and personal business. They coming up, pulling up people past. They doing exactly what white supremacists has done and continue to do. Whenever we're in a situation, our backs against the wall, they will pick our past to try to taunt us and terrorize us to keep us from elevating to the next level. And this is what's going on in these YouTube streets with the drama. They pulling each other's pictures up, their family pictures up. They seeking high and low just to destroy them to pieces. And what we said, what God said in the Bible, what Satan comes to do, kill, rob, and destroy. And that's a lot of negative energy going on in these YouTube streets. And that's why I'm not pushing hard. And I just ask people if they want to come in, come in. And as I grow my channel and I get to where I need to get and to establish what I want to be able to network with my moderators, go out to dinner with my moderators, and to, not to get personal, because I don't need my moderators to come on board and say what she's done and what she didn't do, how she did this. You never let your left hand know what your right hand, because look what's going on in this segment right now of YouTube streets. You gather people, you get to know people, you're trying to reach out to people, you're helping these people. And a lot of time when they come and have a bad demeanor towards you, God gonna expose them. Especially if you living a godly life, He gonna expose them, because you have to be mindful of who you allow to come into your circle. And these the type of things that are gonna go round and round and round, big mouth. And it's showing a lot of people on YouTube saying, "Oh, I'm showing receipts," or I'm tackling this individual and that individual, because God is exposing a lot of the mess that's polluting the earth. It's enough with these devils and demons of white supremacists on the earth. But when you see our black sisters and brothers, because it's not just the sisters are tearing each other down here on YouTube streets. They're finding things. And when you get to a point and you hear some of the YouTubers and the content creators talk about how some of their subscribers out trying to attack each other back and forth, that is so childish. And it needs to stop. I commend them, the ones that are speaking power, pushing power out here. That's why I put on a little thing in my description, like power push, power push. We need them to push power into the atmosphere, not negativity, hate, jealousy, envy, strife. All this is going on YouTube streets because you allow certain people to come into your circle. And if they're not getting what they want, they're going to go out and spew all kind of lies and hatred on you because they did not get what they want afterward, after receiving a lot of some, how you throw your pearls to swine. You can throw your pearls to swine. You're gonna eventually find out they were no good from the beginning. You sit up there and you gave them your pearls, and they turned around and they backstabbed you. They spoke ill against you because they could not get what they wanted. But long as I dealt with that in my life, long as a friend, she was underneath me, she was getting what she wanted. The minute I started weaning back because of the disrespect and the honesty wasn't there, and she started getting hostile and it went on and on. She started spreading lies about me, what I did not do and what I did. Oh, she did this or he did that. They're doing it in both sectors. The women are tearing each other down, the men are tearing each other down. But you do not see white supremacists or the white people doing this to their congregation or to their viewers. Every day we seen this, every day they trying their best to tear each other down. But when white people come against them, they don't have that same energy. Come on now, make it make sense. Bring that same energy to tear one of those white females and one of those white males down, the way you tear down your brothers and sisters. Guys, I'm out of here. That's it for today. I just want to bring that to your attention. A lot of people are gathering together to move because of hostility and what's going on with the white power structure in the United States. Because Biden is setting up that they need to get rid of Biden. Well, they're thinking about DeSantis running for president, but Joe Biden, he is a racist piece of shit, and he will never, as he on this seat, do anything for black people that we can see it, tangibles that we can touch. Just like the Asian people, just like those Latinos, and even some of these immigrants got a little something going on for them. Not much, but we've been here over 400 years, and they have not passed a law to protect us from these white supremacist dogs of police officers. Something need to be done immediately. But I'm about to end this live, guys. This is like a live recording, already pre-recorded. So, guys, don't forget to give me a like. And again, this is the ATM, the African True Moors Media. And I pray that you enjoyed this segment. Good day.